In this video, we're going to be going over AI for everyone, and this is our part 10 video inside of the series. And specifically inside of today's video, we're going to go over due diligence for AI projects. So let's get started with this video. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is feasibility and value. So we talked more about feasibility and value in our part 9 video, so if you want to learn more about it, you can check that video out as well. So basically, feasibility and value means before committing to a long-term AI project, it's crucial that you validate its feasibility and value. So if you look to the right here, there's an image that has two circles, one of which is feasibility and the other is value. So you need both of these when you're trying to create an AI project. So feasibility means if the project is doable or not, and value means if you're generating something good for the business. For example, if you're making life easier for the business, or if you're saving more time, or if you're generating more income. So that's for value, and you also need feasibility. So both of these are essential for creating an AI project. So now we're going to cover over the two different types of diligence. And the first one is technical diligence. So technical diligence is where you confirm that the AI system can meet the desired performance level and access the amount of data needed, and you should also be able to estimate the engineering timeline. So once again, if we look at this image here, there are two different types of diligence. One is the technical diligence. We're going to talk more about business diligence more in the next slides, but technical diligence basically relates to performance and also if the AI system can meet the desired performance level. So now we're going to talk about what business diligence is. So business diligence refers to determine if the project will lower costs or increase revenue and build financial models to quantify the value. So once again, if we look at the right here, the two different types of diligence, one of which is the technical diligence and the other one is the business diligence. So the technical diligence, as we said, relates to the performance, and then the business diligence relates to financial parts. So for example, if we can lower costs or increase revenue inside of the business. So these are our two different types of diligence. And there's also one more type of diligence that we need to consider. So ethical considerations are also needed when we're creating AI projects. Ethical considerations with symbols like a balance scale, a heart for benevolence, and also a compass for moral direction. So we need ethical considerations when we're creating AI projects because we don't want to create anything that can harm humanity or things like that. So we need to consider these ethical diligence as well. Now we're going to talk about the difference between what build and buy is. So these are also referred to in-house versus outsourced. So build refers to in-house and buy is outsourced. And also machine learnings can be used with either. And in-house basically means that everything is developed by yourself. For instance, you create your own model, you train that model with your own data, and then you release it, you test it. So everything is built by yourself. And then for outsourced, or otherwise known as buy, is where the model is already created and then you just buy it. So both of these have pros and cons, and based on what project you're creating, you might use the in-house or you might use the outsourced. And as we said, machine learning projects can be used with in-house or also outsourced depending on what your project is about. And furthermore, if we refer to data science projects, these projects are usually in-house due to the need of deep business knowledge. So data science projects are usually in-house versus outsourced because in-house you have to create it all by yourself and everything needs talent and expertise. So that's why data science projects usually need in-house because of the business knowledge. So now we're going to see why we should not build industry standards. And you should instead build projects that give you a unique advantage. So this means that you should enhance industry standard solutions instead of trying to outpace them. And a phrase that relates to this is don't sprint in front of the train. So this means that if something is already out there, so I'm going to take an example of ChatGPT. So if ChatGPT is already out there, you shouldn't want to create your own AI model that's exactly the same as ChatGPT. Since it's already out there, then why to create it? Instead, you should create something unique. Maybe you do create something like ChatGPT, but instead you add some unique features to it that makes it a little bit different. And this relates back to the idea of don't sprint in front of the train, as the train is the business industry standards, such as ChatGPT is already made, and then you're running in front of it if you're trying to create the exact same thing. So instead, you should try to run away from it and create a unique different thing that is separate from the main idea of the industry standards. And some final advice is that this video provides a comprehensive guide for evaluating AI projects covering technical, business, and ethical aspects. And that summarizes everything for this video, so thank you so much for watching. Try to be useful, and we'll see you guys in our next AI video.